Hello Warhammer fans, I'm Rahul Kohli and welcome to the Warhammer Skulls 2025 showcase. Warhammer Skulls is the annual celebration of Warhammer video games, the first place to see world premieres and exclusive reveals. And on top of that, starting right now, you can enjoy a week-long promotion across a wide range of Warhammer video games on your chosen platform. So let's get things rolling with the announcement of a new game starring the sinister agents of the Inquisition.
In this darkest hour, we are besieged on all fronts. By enemies from within. By enemies from without. By enemies from beyond. Still, no matter the cost, we must persevere. Every blade must be turned to our defense. Every soul, every dark secret. For if we fail, all will fall into the damnation of eternal night.
Hi, my name is Olga Kellner. I'm the lead narrative designer at Alcat Games and head of the team responsible for the storylines of both Rogue Trader and the upcoming Dark Heresy games. We'd like to thank all our players for your amazing support and feedback. They really mean a lot to the team. We've received many requests to make a title exploring Dark Heresy as our next project. And, as huge Warhammer fans ourselves, we have long dreamed of bringing this game to life as a CRPG. And here we are. We are excited to deliver darker and more personal experience to our fans, filled with grim-dark vibes, thrilling investigations, tough narrative choices, and an inside look at one of the most secretive organizations in the Warhammer universe, the Inquisition. To learn more about our game and follow the latest updates, please visit our website and follow our socials. We can't wait to welcome you there. See you soon!
Games are part of you, us. They're a part of culture, part of what makes us human. Without preservation, all the emotions, creativity, stories, and innovations behind them risk being lost forever. We can't let that happen. That's why we've launched the GOG Preservation Program, an initiative dedicated to rescuing and reviving classic games, ensuring they remain accessible, playable, and DRM-free for generations to come. The world of Warhammer holds a special place in the hearts of gamers everywhere. Its rich lore, unforgettable characters, and legendary battles have shaped the way we experience strategy and fantasy. That's why we can't allow these iconic games to become unplayable with time. Today, we're thrilled to announce that 4 classic Warhammer titles are joining our GOG Preservation Program, ensuring they remain fully playable, DRM-free, and accessible on modern systems for years to come. To celebrate Skulls 2025, we are giving away Warhammer 40,000 Rights of War, along with a time-limited digital goodie bag, including great wallpapers and more. Go to GOG.com and make games live forever.
What a start, and as you can see, there's some really cool stuff in the pipeline, and there's still plenty more to come, including this next trailer from a studio I've had the honor of working with personally.
Chaos Spirit! Death and ruin! Glory for Ultramar!
That's right, Malum Kaido is back. I am truly honoured to have been given the opportunity to voice Kaido. It has been a highlight of my career, and I love just how much the community have taken to our very angry boy. And I am so excited for you all to be able to continue his journey. We have plenty more surprises yet to come, including an update on one of last year's biggest announcements. Let's take a look.
Report. What have our scouts found?
Devastation. structures are active across the planet. The Necron lords awakened their legions for war. Undying warriors and technological horrors are decimating the Imperials. But their machine cult's resistance is fierce. Their tech priests are reinforcing the front lines with everything they have, human and machine alike. It's a bitter fight to maintain their production capabilities, and make the Necrons pay for every inch of ground taken. That ground, though, is now within the Imperial cities. It'll be no easy thing, securing our target amidst this destruction.
Luck has, need keeps, toil earns. Is the Oathband ready to deploy?
Our hearts burn, Lord Greenyear. Where do we strike?
Wherever the wisdom of the Votan decides. The ancestors are watching.
The Ratmen mean to use the Well of Dreams to send their bomb into the world. The others do not believe, but belief does not surrender to fact. The Skaven must be stopped, and we shall be the ones to do it.
Rusted Stomper! What's the boys? Give it some weather!
New command. Vigilant. Day 1. I deploy our 1st regiment. Morale is high, but could always improve. Day 7. We join forces with the Adeptus Astartes. Day 12. Together, we drive back the heretics in the north. Day 13. The strength of our forces has attracted some unwanted attention. Day 15. I sacrificed 21 regiments in a diversion attack. Day 17. Our allies sell their lives dearly in battle with the orcs. Day 19. Our covert operations cripple the most powerful orc faction, luring their own allies to turn against them. Day 30. Across Vigilus, our armies drive the enemy back. For the first time, men whispered of hope, even of victory. But I am certain, this was only the beginning.
Hi, I'm Inrich, part of the Supremacy Warhammer 40,000 team, and we are really excited to be here at Skulls and present our new game to you Warhammer fans. Our goal is to create a free-to-play grand strategy experience that is really deep and complex for mobile, and it will also be downloadable on our website for PC. It's not about small skirmishes or single battles, it's about seeing your strategy unfolding against other players in the match who are also trying to gain control over Planet Vigilus. I'm really looking forward to seeing you all in the match, rallying your forces of Space Marines, Astra Militarum or Chaos Space Marines, or maybe you're like me, excited to pick the Orcs and give the other players in the match a real good crumpin'. Come to playsupremacy.com to tell us which faction you want to choose and get updates on Supremacy Warhammer 40,000. See you on Vigilus at launch.
Last December we released the latest DLC for Battle Sector, the Astra Militarum. The new faction joined the fight with 16 new units and brand new HQ abilities. This March we sent out a major patch for Battle Sector, featuring some really exciting updates. First came some new arrivals for the Astra Militarum, the Liman Ras with a battle cannon and Kedian Sergeant. Secondly, there was a significant faction refresh for the Sisters of Battle, with new unit balance and brand new abilities.
For this year's Skulls, we wanted to give you some new free units. This time, it's the Sisters of Battle and Orcs that will reap the benefits. The Adeptus Sororitas can now count on the Dominions, while the Orcs are gaining the much requested melee version of the Boys.
Building upon the foundations of the Planetary Supremacy mode and heading towards new war zones, we're adding a new game mode called Crusade. Today at Skulls we're releasing just the first version of Crusade. In the future we're planning on improving and expanding it based on your feedback and suggestions. Crusade will challenge you to take your initial army and go through swathes and hordes of enemies. We're also adding a new way to level up your army. Units will gain experience and level up based on how fiercely they're fighting the enemy.
There hasn't been new story content from us since our initial release, but that changes today, with the arrival of our new story campaign, Deeds of the Fallen. Welcome to Warzone Chalnath. Within this zone we find Theracleo 4, otherwise known as Ashenfell. Once a world of great fire and industry, with boiling volcanoes harnessed to power imperial manufactorums. But with the Great Rift came a great stilling, and the planet is now just a ball of ash and ice. And now, a great orc war has descended to spread fear and destruction across the planet. Into this realm of ash and fury descends Canoness Cilicia of the Order of Our Martyred Lady, accompanied by Sister Hospitaller Durentia and a mobile strike force of zealous Zephyrin. She has been dispatched by the Ecclesiarchy to assault the Orc flanks and relieve the pressure around the bastion of Fortress Convent Incentia. This campaign is 12 missions long, and also adds 3 new units for the Sisters of Battle for use in both the Deeds of the Fallen campaign and in other game modes. As well as the previously mentioned Zephyrim, we are also bolstering the Sisters' force with the Imagifier. And thirdly, the Sisters will gain access to the Castigator battle tank. There will also be something new, exciting, and a bit chaotic coming towards the end of the year.
The Imperium of Man has stood for 10,000 years, guarded by the might of the Space Marines and mankind's numberless armies. But they are beset on all sides, and the threat of chaos is ever present. This is your battle. Choose your side with Warhammer metal posters at displate.com.
Hiding behind your barricades, clinging to your delusions, praying to a carcass. I see your fear. I taste it. Pitiful that you cower before such beautiful ruin. Heretics. Traitors. Abominations! You called us so many names, and yet you wonder why we would choose this. Hold fast your ways, choked by ignorance. You will bleed just the same. We are the composers of agony, sculptors of torment, the Emperor's children. And as you draw your last breath, I grant you one last gift. Your death will be exquisite.
Stand now, in the name of Baal and terror.
Look on me now, and know your slayer.
I do not need a Primarch to win this war. We are more than a brotherhood of the failed and the fallen. Long as we breathe, the traitors shall find no respite. We stand as one, or we fall as many.
We are entering the home stretch now. We've saved some of the best for last. Brutal Judgment comes to the Morningstar with a new playable DLC class in Darktide, a brand new play mode lands for Space Marine 2, and a classic Warhammer 40,000 game returns. Check it out.
Attention, scum! You are in defiance of the Emperor's law. You cannot hide. You cannot escape. We are judgment. Prepare for sentencing.
My faith is my shield.
Cleanse, purge, kill. Space Marines attack!
Peggy 18.
Finished with you, all.
Well, that's it, folks. Thank you very much for joining me. You can learn more about the games featured in this showcase and where to play them by visiting warhammer-community.com/skulls. Don't forget to head over to your gaming platform of choice to take advantage of the amazing promotions running this week on Warhammer video games, which is where I'm heading off to right now. Thank you for watching. Take care.